Hello everyone, this is Jason Rutberg. I am National Deputy Director over Communications and Technology for USA 180 and Global 180. This is an emergency update. One of the things that we recently discovered from Earth Last Hope, who put out some information that 20 of the people who he has been working with have been removed from YouTube. We've actually determined exactly the source of this. Apparently what's actually happened is YouTube has implemented what Senator Lieberman has been demanding for the anti-terrorism guidelines. So let me make this real clear to you. This is 1959. Hasn't passed law, but they're implementing it. Now, let me go over this a little bit with you. This is, like I said, this is an emergency update. This has nothing to do with any particular individual. So, YouTube makes Senator Lieberman happy with new anti-terrorism guidelines by D. Charisma, 1700 hours, September 15, 2008. Now, it just so happens this is corresponding to the exact day when two banks have fallen. These two banks are basically Lehman Brothers went under, and Merrill Lynch was bought by Bank of America. AIG is expecting like a $40 billion bailout from the U.S., and that's probably not going to happen. So this is a very, very critical video. What this basically says is, in May this year, Senator Joseph Lieberman demanded YouTube to block videos depicting assassinations, death of U.S. soldiers, as well as weapons training and speeches that encourage violence and could be used as a tool to create homegrown terrorists. Homegrown terrorists, people. This is right out of 1959. The bill has not been passed by the Senate. Although the immediate response was not one expected by Senator Lieberman, 4 months later, YouTube answered his prayers, posting a warning in its community guidelines meant to stop such videos from being uploaded on YouTube. However, this does not mean YouTube's policy has changed. YouTube argued that it is impossible to preview all videos before allowing them to appear on the site, since approximately 13 hours of video are being uploaded every few minutes. That being said, the website will continue to rely on the user community to report the videos that break these guidelines. So what this is saying is, someone has gone out very aggressively and started flagging all these accounts based on this new legislation. So somebody had to, number one, know about the legislation because it just came out, and number two, they had to have a bone to pick with you. Earlier this year, YouTube removed over 80 videos that violated content regulations following Senator Lieberman's recommendations. However, the content uploaded on the website every minute remains hard to control. According to YouTube's revised guidelines, users are not encouraged to post videos depicting bomb-making or graphic and gratuitous violence. If your video shows someone getting hurt, attacked, or humiliated, don't post it, YouTube warned. Otherwise, you will have your account banned. Senator Lieberman released a statement regarding YouTube's new standards for videos, saying that YouTube represented a tool for Islamist terrorist organizations to recruit and train followers. However, the stronger community guidelines should decrease the number of videos on YouTube produced by Al-Qaeda and affiliated Islamic terrorist organizations. Senator Lieberman released a statement regarding YouTube's new standards for video, saying YouTube represented a tool for Islamic terrorist organizations to recruit and train followers. Now let me make this clear to you. Let me make this extremely clear to you. 1959 does not focus on Islamic terrorists. It focuses on American citizens. Make this damn clear. If you walk up to somebody on the street and hand them a Bible, you could be considered a terrorist under 1959. If you go ahead and flood the congressman's office with emails, you could be considered a terrorist. If you protest, you could be considered a terrorist. If you go ahead and incite, basically force or violence is the terminology here, people. Force or violence. Create videos about this now and blast them everywhere. Force or violence. That means if you advocate disagreeing with a corporation or a government, you can be considered a terrorist. If you advocate action against any of these, this is what the bill says. And this is what he's reading out of. To recruit and train followers. However, the stronger community guidance should decrease the number of videos on YouTube produced by Al-Qaeda and affiliated Islamist terrorist organizations. This has nothing to do with Islamist terrorism. Senator Lieberman hailed YouTube's decision to strengthen its standards. However, he continued to urge Google, who owns YouTube, to remove all videos produced by foreign terrorist organizations, not those that just violate community guidelines. Now, this is about implementing 1959. And I'm not going to be very patient about this anymore. We have been pushing for support in USA 180 for 1959. We had a petition prepared. We got probably 300 signatures at the time. We have been trying to speak to the government about this. We have been trying to raise a big red flag about 1959, as it is the very piece of legislation that will make it so you can't protest. You can't disagree. You can't do anything. We've been trying to get organizations involved in that for a long time. But they have their agenda, they have their plans. Well, here it is, people, right in front of us. And the other thing, 6 people voted to defend the First Amendment because 1959 directly attacks the First Amendment. Now is the time to act. Create a video about this immediately and get it out. Fast.